Can you imagine that I got a query on the first day of work, but on the last day of work, I got a recommendation letter. Now I went to NCCF and saw that the man that was checking me was sitting in front, and they say our daddy should come and pray for the tithe, and he came out. I cried a day before my event. Everybody who wants to be successful must think about their future and not about it now. I served Nigeria beyond the norm. I served with a difference. I served not like just an ordinary corper. And on my personal parade, I got 6 commendations or awards. And many people have been asking me, how did you do this? How were you able to achieve this? Both people that are corpers, both those that are prospective corps members, those who just want to know they are finished serving or they are yet to serve and they just want to know, I'm willing to share, okay? And there's no how I'm going to share my 1-year journey with you all on this one video, because I'm going to put this in a book, and I've already started working on the book. It will be released on 23rd February 2025. Yes, I'll release that book. But let me just share my advice. Let me just give you a blueprint as to the things I did that helped me make impact during my service year, and in turn got me awarded. And there is even still more by God's grace. The core disciplinary and reward committee were yet to sit while we passed out, but in case if there's anything, I mean, we'll still get it. But the things I have now are the things I want to share with you how I got them. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Omaili Chupu. Thank you so much for being here. I'm a confidence and self-esteem coach, director, School of Confidence, popularly known as the Confidence Doctor. And so today I'm going to be sharing with you the blueprint as to how I got 6 commendations on my personal parade. Are you ready? Before I go into it, kindly subscribe, like, and share this video with somebody else, because I want people out there to know that NYSC is not just a system you abandon or a system that you just go and come back the same way you went just for the certificates and all that. You can do it differently and of course get the benefits. So let's get into it. Okay, so number one thing that I'd advise you to do is that you should pray about your service year. I did not really pray a lot about my NYSC. I don't even know what I was thinking, but I'm telling you, pray about your service year. I think God just loves me too much to help me stay on track, because I didn't really like pray, you know. But I want to advise you to pray about your service year. Pray about the registration process. Pray about the place you're going for orientation camp. Pray about the place you will do the service proper. Pray about your PPA. Pray about the journey before you even start. And if you're starting, it's not yet late to pray. Do you get? So I want you to pray. All those plug, they will say, work it. I don't even want to start telling my heartbreak story, but I'm going to share it in the book that it's coming. How I wanted to serve in Abuja, and all those plug things failed me. And my own was even more heartbreaking, because, I mean, I don't even want to give details, but I mean, you get it in my book. But the person that I wanted to help me do this is someone that has been doing it for other people. It's my person. I don't want to give details, like I said, but it was really shocking. And I felt that, oh, God didn't really want me to, you know, I wasn't lucky and all that. But eventually I came to Kogi State, and I'm telling you, I did not regret coming. How I am is not how I came. If I had gone to Abuja, some of the things I know now, I would not have known it. I would really say that I've grown so much, and the opportunity God gave me here in Kogi State, I might not have gotten it in Abuja. So God knows best. So just pray about your service here. Pray before you go to camp. Don't trust all those plugs. Don't put your hope. Some of you will go to camp, they will say you will relocate after camp. The relocation will not work. You have to serve there, or you go and ghost it. Meanwhile, you can just stay there for 1 year and come out. So just pray. I have somebody that went to camp with me, said she wants to relocate. The relocation did not work. She went to Abuja and stayed until now she's in Abuja. She still paid again for relocation to get to Abuja. The relocation did not work. She got in Nasarawa, and then she went to go and still stay in Abuja doing not. So see, please, don't trust all those blogs. Okay, just pray about your service here and trust God that put you there to help you stay. Don't depend on your father's connection. Don't depend on your friend's connection. Don't depend on one official's connection. See, I know you can do the things you can do, but just don't depend. Just pray. Okay, just hand over everything to God, subject everything to God's will. Because at some point, I had to leave everything to God. I told God, if my relocation does not work here in camp, and I see my PPA letter, posting letter, I'm going. And even when I saw it, I still was trying to still do something to find myself in Abuja. But I mean, I had to start paying attention because God was speaking to me all that while, of how He wanted me to speak here. But I wasn't listening. I thought this is the place that's better for me, and you are sending me here. You want me to be here and all that. But so I'm just saying, the summary of everything is I should pray and listen to what God is saying and keep all your sentiments aside. Do you get? But two, be impactful, be active in camp, be active during your service here, be active in your CDS group. I was in the Legal Aid CDX, and like 3 months before passing out, I was given the position of a PRO, Public Relations Officer, and I did it excellently well. In camp, I gave a lecture. I sought for opportunities to give a lecture in camp. I got to know officials because I was in the orientation broadcasting service. I was that active girl there. I was known for the mic. I'd never marched for once. All those things about doing hooray, all those things, I did not do it because I was in the OBS. And not that I entered OBS to avoid parade, but I felt that OBS would give me that platform to impact my fellow corps members and make a mark in camp. And really did. I mean, even to my POP day, if you watched my personal parade vlog, you would see that they were still calling me OBS. And that's because of the impact I made while I was in camp. Okay, I was that person that was known in the OBS. There were several people in the OBS, but I was one of those people that was really known in OBS. I love to speak. I gave a lecture in camp. I engaged in interplatoon debates for my platoon. And yeah, officials got to know me. I got some of their numbers. We began to chat. I was just that popular girl in camp, not for the popularity per se, but to make impact in the life of my fellow corps members. So I gave them my business card, told the camp director and the head of lectures that I had something to offer, and they gave me the floor. In fact, I even wanted to project my slides, but it wasn't possible because I couldn't use my phone and all that. So it's a whole lot of story I want to share in my book, but just be active. Don't say because I don't want to serve in Ogun State and they put me in Ogun State, I'm just going to serve and ghost it and then nobody will know I serve. I just want my certificates. Please see, I have a mindset of impact that even though I had the plans to go to Abuja after doing orientation camp in Kogi State, I said to myself, I cannot stay in this Kogi State camp, this Asaya camp in Kaba, and not impact the life of these 3,000 corps members. I want them that wherever they are going, they remember the confidence doctor, they remember the school of confidence, they remember Mesomai Lechuku. Do you get? So I said to myself that I want to impact them. And I don't meet these people again in my lifetime. And I don't want them to forget that I exist. So I gave them my free book. I told them to chat me up and get my free book. And even as time goes on, during the orientation camp, I was still announcing in the OBS that, okay, that they should get my free book. You get? So I just made use of my orientation camp. I was active there. I sold my books in camp. I gave the state coordinator as at then my book, and we began to chat. She took my number. I began to help her with publishing of her book, and we are still on it. So I built connection. OBS just gave me a good platform, which I wanted. Not really about avoiding parade, you get. And in my CDS group, even before I was handed over the PRO, I was already helping them to arrange their social media pages, their branding. I was doing slides for them. I created that content creation group. We began to post great content, post every Tuesday. Do happy birthday flyers, new month flyers, passing out flyers, those kind of things. If you go to our Legal Aid community, Local 2024 on Instagram, you see that I really did a good job there. I maintained our brand colors and we shared a lot of educative content there. This is what I did, even through the PRO then. So when he passed out, they were like, you're the good job, you're the person for this job, please take it. I didn't want to take it because I was preparing for my personal CDS projects and I didn't want to give myself so much work. But because of the kind of president I had, I loved her tenure, I loved the way she led, and because of just impact, I decided to take the position. And so on the day of the POP, it was one of the certificates I got. It was one of the awards I got, certificate of service as the public relation officer. Do you get? So one of the awards I got was the certificate of service as a public relation officer of the Legal Aid CDS group. Do you get? Number 3, pray for a good PPA. Like I said, pray about anything you want to do in service. Just pray about it so that you don't leave these things to chance. Pray about it. If you don't pray, you give the devil chance to do anything. But when you pray, you secure it, and whatever you get, you know that, oh, God is involved. I am not alone in this. So pray for a good PPA. And I already told God that, see, after this heartbreak of relocation and all that, I'm not going to work PPA too. Anywhere I see, I'm going there. And when I got my PPA, I went there. Close. It was, as God may have it, it's close to where I stay, very close. 200 naira, I get myself to my PPA. So initially it wasn't easy. I want to advise you, when you get your PPA, initially it will be tough. You will not be, your boss might be pissing you off, your colleagues might be pissing you off, you might want to change PPA. I tried to change PPA, not because of it, but I wanted a place that I could do what I wanted to do. I had already planned to do a personal CDS project right from the camp. My mom told me about it even before I started service. I already planned. So when I was hearing it in camp, it wasn't a new thing. I already planned. I said, this kind of place I'm doing 8 to 5 that I don't even know. I mean, if you any want to get a query, can I really do my project? I wanted to leave the PPA. My LGI just encouraged me that, I mean, I should just build a good relationship with my boss, and then it will be easier for me and all that and all that. So just don't be quick to leave a PPA. Okay, you would adjust, you would get to understand your boss, you would get to understand your colleagues. Can you imagine that I got a query on the first day of work? Like the first day I resumed work, I got a query. Okay, I'm going to share that story in my book. But on the last day of work, I got a recommendation letter. I'm going to share how this happened too. So what I'm saying is, don't give up on that PPA. Okay, at most, find something that you can do in that PPA for them. For me now, my boss will always call me, please come at me and design something. I was good in designing and all that. All those his codes, he want me to design it. And then if there's any computer stuff, I worked as a secretary for like six months, and as a legal assistant also in the PPA. So, I mean, I enjoyed my service here. I can't even lie, it was tough. 8 to 5, wake up 8 to 5 every day, going to work, you know, and then it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. In fact, it made me decide that I will not do an 8 to 5. And if I must do an 8 to 5, it must be flexible, that I can work at home at some point. Do you get? So it made me even know what I didn't want for myself. And I appreciate the experience service here gave me. So don't be quick to give up on your PPA. Just be patient, okay? You would adjust and be humble there, be diligent. See me now, TC, they gave me inquiry on the first day of work, but I answered the query. And let me tell you, when I tell you what really happened, you would see that it's not really my fault. But yes, I got a query. Okay, and here I answered the query, and I felt bad that this is with the way I'm starting. I felt like this is not a good way. I won't even lie. I feel like this is not a good way to start here. I wouldn't be able to cope. But I coped. At the end, I got a recommendation letter. Okay, so don't be quick to give up on things when you're serving. People will be fine. Don't be quick to give up on your boss. Don't be quick to give up on your colleagues. You would understand them and know how to relate with them. And at most, mind your business and do your work and go home. Don't go and be building friendships that don't even want to be your friends. Number 4, do a personal CDS project, community development service. If there's one thing that made me stand out more in service, it's personal CDS project. I held an event hosting 100 secondary school students here in Lokoja, and I spoke to them on confidence and self-esteem. The full video is on this YouTube channel. I'll put it up here. I spoke to them on confidence and self-esteem, taught them public speaking and conversations, gave them a book, gave them an exercise book, and then gave them my book, Confidence Manual for Kids and Teens. Each school went with a copy for their library, and then we gave them refreshments and took premium pictures. I had to hire good quality vendors, photographers, videographers, and all that, because I wanted something premium. I didn't want to do it anyhow. Remember, I said beyond the dome. Normally, coppers are known for doing things small because they don't have money and all that. But I went big because I'm a big person. If not for anything, my God is a big God. Do you get? So I did premium. I went for premium, and of course, God provided for me. My sponsors were mostly from my school, SOC parents. Other people were going to offices to write to them and follow them, which is amazing. But I didn't do that. I went online because I had the connections, I had the relationships online. I didn't even publicize it. I went to their DMs, the SOC parents. SOC parents are many, but I specifically went to few of them and asked them to help sponsors. And most of them were sending me 200, 100, 220, 50. Some of my friends also did support me, so I mean, do a personal CDS project, and NYSC has a way things has to be done. So meet your LGI, meet your CLO. They'll give you samples. If you have questions, please call them. Don't be afraid of them. call your LGI, call your CLO, ask questions, because at the end of the day, if you go and print and come, they will correct you, and then you go and print and come wasting paper. But if you have their number and you have a good relationship with them, you can call them on phone and ask questions. You can chat them up and ask questions. Okay, so I mean, just anything you can do to just give yourself a soft landing, do it, because you don't need to stress yourself because of this serious project, because somehow it will frustrate you. You will be frustrated. I cried a day before my event because I was inviting 10 schools to give me 10 students. I was inviting. Once a school backs out, I keep inviting. Even as at the day before, the afternoon of the day before the event, I was still inviting, and they disappointed me. At the end, I had only 3 schools, and I just told them to increase the number of students that are coming. And they were kind enough to do so. In fact, one principal had to use his own car to bring his students. And I mean, I've never known him before. Now we have a good relationship. What am I saying? What I'm saying is that anything you can do, pray about it, of course, but anything you can do, like to build relationships, build connections that would help you build rapport with your LGI, your ZI, all those people, to help you, you know, advice, so that you don't have to stress and then come back and then they will advise you and you go back, all those back and forth. I mean, if you don't need it, you can just build that rapport that makes it easier. So that leads me to the next one, the number 5, which is leverage relationships. Leverage relationships. The reason I did not stress myself writing proposals and letters to offices, I mean, I still invited the Commissioner of Education. I still I was trying to even see if I would use a government hall. The behind the scenes of my personal CDS project is on SOC's page. I'll put it up here also. I was trying to see if I can use a government hall, but they were delaying me, so I had to just go and rent a hall, because when the money started coming, I wanted to do something small for my project, but when the money started coming, I was like, I can go big, and actually I went big. You get? So leverage relationships. I won't lie. I mean, SOC parents really helped me. The reason I was able to raise more than $500,000 for my projects and do something premium for these students is because I had people who gave me big money. Okay, you can still go to offices where you're serving and ask for money, beautiful. But if I did not build relationships, and how did I build these relationships? I'm a coach. I've coached these people's children for 4 years plus now, and we built that trust, and they know me to be selfless. These parents know that I'm selfless. They know that even if I'm increasing my price, this is not what she's meant to be charging. The value she gives us is worth more than 25K. Do you understand? So they know that I'm selfless. I have a good relationship with them. I didn't reach out to every parent. I reached out to only few, and they sorted me out. From USA, from Abuja, from Lagos, they were sending me 150, 20, and things were sorted out. Relationship, I built trust. But let's just say that you don't have all these things here. You're not yet an influencer. You're not a coach. No problem. But you have people. I have one barrister friend of mine, very beautiful mother that supported me with 12,000. I have another person that gave me 20, 25. Not really SOC parents that helped me, but majority were SOC parents. So build relationships. You will need them in your service here if you want to do a personal CDS project, because you need money. You get? Number 6, avoid crimes and offenses. It's just 1 year. If they say you should not make your hair, don't make your hair. If they say your hair should not be long, don't do a long hair. If they say don't wear jacket on top of your khaki, your crested shirt, don't wear. Anything they say you should not, don't do. Just respect yourself. 1 year you'll be out. In your PPA, they say you should wear uniform, wear it. You understand? Avoid crimes, avoid offenses, so that you can serve peacefully and go. Because all this query, it doesn't help anybody. The only query I got was at my PPA, and that was my first day at work. I mean, I had not gotten to know some things, some rules of work, so it was understandable. But apart from that, I got no query. I had to adjust myself for 1 year. I had to drop the fact that I was TCD. I had all these followers. And I mean, in service here, you humble yourself. You're looking for something, so humble yourself. Okay. Imagine if I was somebody that was creating offenses, doing what they say I should not do, and I'm doing personal CDS projects. They will not even answer me. You know, even if I do it, it will not still give. They will not want to reward me the way they did, because I mean, I was in their bad book. So no matter what I had done, so be that kind of person that doesn't commit crimes in NYSC. Okay. Number 7, build skills during your service here. I didn't really build skills. All those learning tailoring. I was going to join tailoring class during Said in camp, skill acquisition, and I didn't learn anything, because those few weeks were not enough for me to learn. And I found out that tailoring had a lot to do with mathematics. Add 2 inches, add this, draw this. I was tired, please. And everybody needs to know themselves. Okay. For me now, I already have something I'm doing. And if I must learn skills, I went to tailoring because I wanted to even see what my tailors were doing, because I loved to tell my tailors what exactly I want. I picture something in my mind and I tell them what I want. So I wanted to see whether I can even know how to do this thing a little. Do you understand? So that's why I went to tailoring. But Someone like me, like, if I want to go for Said, I'll look for technical things, technology things, all those kind of things that will aid my business. Not necessarily tailoring. I didn't really take it seriously, but I'm advising you both in camp. People learn how to tie gele, they learn makeup, they learn hair making in camp, and come out and start making money with it. Even during the service year, there's still opportunity for Said. So you can go and learn skills that can help you. People learn how to brand. I even wanted to learn how to brand names on shirts and all that, or paper bags, all those things. I wanted to learn them, but I didn't get a chance to. And now I'm not even at a loss. Do you know why? Because I have something I'm doing. But I advise you to learn a skill during your service year. And most of these skills, most of these certifications, most of these courses, they are giving you at a discounted price. Once you are no more a corper, you don't have all those discounts again. So if you are still a corper and you have that opportunity, please learn. You will say, I don't have money, my 33K, I will not collect 5,000 and go and pay for. Please think about your future. Don't be thinking about the now. If you want to be successful, everybody who wants to be successful must think about their future and not about the now. If you eat now, how about your future? If you lose this opportunity, how about your future? Do you get? Would you get this opportunity of discounts again? For big courses that you should have been paying 30K for, and they're giving you at 5K. If you really think that this is beneficial to where you are going, please get them. I know they say some of these things are scam. Please, some of them are not. People have made mad money from all these skills and certifications you get during NYSC that prepares you to be employable and all that. You get. So the awards I got, the 2 schools that attended my CDS project, there were 3 schools that attended, but only 2 gave me recommendation. The 3rd school was doing nonsense, and I had to stop disturbing them, because how can you be telling me to come a day and then I come and you not answer my call, you busy my call, I chat you up, you don't reply. I just had to leave them because recommendation should be done honorably. So I only got 2 recommendations from 2 schools, which my LGI said they should give me for the events they attended that was really valuable to them. In fact, that day the best participating school award was given. I didn't even remember to mention that. So that's the 2 awards I got, 2 recommendations I got. Then NYSC Kogi State gave me a recommendation letter. Yes. Then local government chairman gave me an award, and then my PPA gave me a recommendation letter. Then my CDS gave me another recommendation letter. So 6. Those are the awards / recommendations I got. I'm going to write my book, Beyond the Khaki, my NYSC Legacy. And yes, like I said, I'm not going to share all my 1-year journey in this video. So I'm going to share in details in that book how everything went from when I went to camp and all that. Even funny stories of how, because being in the OBS and being that girl that was on the spotlight, even though it had this good part of it that I made in part, it still had the bad side of it. It started attracting womanizers to me. It began to attract some of these old men that want to take advantage of the fact that you're that girl that is on stage and all that, wants to take advantage of you. I mean, it's funny stories, and how I went to NCCF and saw that the man that was chiking me was sitting in front, and they say our daddy should come and pray for the tithe, and he came out. You know, funny stories, and how I thought I had found love in camp. This guy that was all over me, I didn't know he was in a relationship. A lot of story that will be in that book. I'm going to share them in that book. Yes, and that book is 3,000 naira. If you're a corper, or you're intending to be a corper, or you just want to know, you can get that book. But the launching price of that book is 1,500 naira. The waitlist is available. The book will be up for discounts. The payment will be up from 15th February to 22nd February, and the book will be given to you on the 23rd February 2025. So see the description of this video to join waitlist, because I started writing this book a day after my POP on 24th, which is 24. My POP was on 23rd January, so I began to write this book on 24th, and I'm almost done. The book cover, everything will be ready, and I'll carry people along the process, because book writing is not a problem for me. I have 26 books. This should be the 27th. So join the waitlist for this book, and I assure you, you will learn a lot, and you will know that it's easy to have an impactful service here. It only takes resilience, determination, commitment, knowing that I have to make a mark. I don't have to come to Kogi State and the Kogi State will not feel my impact. I don't have to come to Benue State and Benue State will not feel my impact. It's about how you see, the service here. So yes, join the waitlist, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, apart from sharing this knowledge about corpers and all that, I have amazing videos that can help you on your online journey. If you want to be a coach, if you want to be an online, if you want to sell online, I have videos on confidence and self-esteem. I have videos for ladies. I have several videos that would really impact your life here on my channel. So do well to watch my videos, do well to subscribe and click the notification button so that you can get notified whenever I drop any video. Like this video, comment, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. My name is Miss Omalichwan. Of course, I am your confidence doctor. Bye for now.